An all-American culinary icon, a cuisine fitting of kings and queens to commoners and everyone in between. One foodie legend claims the delicacy was born alongside the great American pastime. No matter its origins or historical travels, the hot dog stands as true as the red, white, and blue. An embodiment of give me your tired, give me your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The making of a hot dog is a coming together of flavors representing the people of the world, bonded together by a casing of the American dream and cradled within the bun of democracy. The hot dog, America. No matter how you top it, both are for everyone, both are number one. All right. Happy July 4th, Independence Day. Happy birthday, USA. Welcome to the Hamin Media Group's live watch along of the 2025 Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. Of course, I am that art of the beat of the V, Richard Bronson Vickery, and I am not just pumped, I am plumped to be here with you, bringing this to you live. We're going to break it all down for you, but I got to introduce you. You know the familiar face, a regular riding shotgun with me on the other side of the screen there. But, you know, yesterday, my phone rings. He says, RBV. I feel the energy. I feel the excitement, but I got to be there for the intensity. I got to get in on this. I said, you know it, brother. I've got you. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, his first Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. He is my veggie mate from down under. Jimmy. Oi. Jimmy T. I know you're excited for this one, brother.
I am plumped just as well as you are for this hot dog eating contest, but most importantly, happy 4th of July, not only to you, Rick, but to everyone listening in the good old US of A. I never thought I'd be so excited for a hot dog eating contest, but I sure am. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it, man. This is different. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And before we get into this with everybody, just if you happen to be new joining us here, obviously because of trademark licensing, TV licensing, all of that, we can't actually show what's happening here through our streaming, but we do have the watch along. We're going to have it on our big screens. We invite you to do that. Go over. Jimmy and I, he's on the other side of the world, Australia. I'm on the East Coast of the USA. We're watching on ESPN2. If you want to put that on one of your devices or wherever you can pick it up at there, and then throw us on the other dice, which you obviously have. You are here with us, but we're going to have a lot of fun with this thing. Keep a high energy. Talk about some fun facts, stats, maybe a legend of the hot dog, and a lot of strategy that's going to go into this competition. Now, Jimmy, you were kind of blown away. You didn't even know that something existed like this on this level, to the lengths of the hot dog having like its own culture, and that it's so deep in history and all that.
Well, yeah, like I've always been aware of, obviously, the hot dog eating contest every 4th of July. I've seen it on ESPN over the years, but I've never really looked into it deeply until I was asking you questions, Rick. I didn't know there was an actual governing body for
Major League Eating, just like the NFL, the National Football League, Major League Baseball, the National Basketball Association, Major League Eating, and they have sanctioned today's event.
Wow, that is crazy, man. But hey, it's the good old US of A. I shouldn't really be surprised. You guys make a sport out of anything, and I love it, man. You know, a lot more countries around the world should have their own traditions like this. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we all don't have that. Maybe there's a Vegemite one, like you said earlier, off the air, but I'm not aware of it, but I'm sure there probably would be. But I'm all about hot dogs, man. I love hot dogs. I love pretty much any sort of hot dog. But what I want to know, Rick, when are we going to get RBV hot dogs, if you know what I mean? Not just RBV Eats, but I'm talking about another governing body, even like a tournament of sorts.
I do have some paperwork. I have blueprinted this thing. It is a dream of mine to kind of take what I have done in other fields of live events and entertainment, especially pro wrestling. And I want to put together an RBV Eats Out competitive eating league, like a sort of like an independent wrestling promotion with all the glitz and the glare, the bright lights, the smoke, the music, the characters. So that is a goal of mine as I enter my 46th year of life. So I'm hoping to accomplish that in the next my turn around this summer. But I do want to give a little shout out to the chat. We appreciate you guys joining us here, watching along. Hey, give us a share on your socials. Let everybody know that we are here. We are moments away from getting this thing going again. It's going to be over at ESPN2. I want to throw this out to the chat. I want to get you guys involved. Got something to say here as we're going to get into the competition. Throw it up there. We'll throw it up on the big screen, but let us know where you're from and what are the flavors in your area? Because I know here in Cincinnati, our famous way for topping our dogs is our Cincinnati chili, little traditional yellow mustard and some finely diced onions with a big old mountain of finely shredded cheddar cheese. In Chicago, they've got the Chicago dog with it has like 10 to 12 different ingredients on it, man. It is freaking awesome. The New Yorkers, the street dogs, they keep it pretty simple, but the one rule there, and it could get you killed if you tried it. If you ask for it, no ketchup.
Why no ketchup? I need ketchup on my hot dog, man.
It is a sin. Even in the Dirty Harry movies, one of the famous lines, ketchup don't go on hot dogs there, brother. And you were talking about, and we are here, the Nathan's 2005. Nathan's, they are going live. They're opening up here. And we'll show it out, Jimmy. I think you're going to be blown away. This is coming from Coney Island in the backyard of Big Ray. But this moment here for this showcase, this showdown last year, the top dog, pun intended there, he was absent because of a contract dispute. And I'm talking about the one, the only, the living legend, Joey Jaws Chestnut, the guy who has dominated this competition, Major League Eating over the last decade. He had signed on with a competing dog, a veggie dog, if you believe that, Jimmy. So that prevented him from competing in this competition last year. But he did, where, Joey had kind of inherited the crown, the championship, that mustard yellow belt from Kobayashi, the Asian assassin. The Japanese were dominating the sport for so long, and Kobayashi was just crushing everybody, setting records. Chestnut and Kobayashi left. He left for the same reasons, contract dispute. Joey comes in. We never really had that closure. Who was the best of the best? So last Labor Day, those two squared off on Netflix, hosted by Nikki Bella. Rey Mysterio was there, almost was there. So some great wrestling tie-in. They squared off in a showdown to finally settle that score. Chestnut buried him, putting down 88 dogs at that event, dubbed Unfinished Beef. Now that 88, as you and I were looking up here, it has not been sanctioned for this event. It is not going to be recognized at the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. So they are relying on the previous of 83 dogs, correct, Jimmy? I know you looked that one up.
Yeah, 83 dogs is the unofficial record, when it comes to Chestnut. But unfortunately, they don't recognize that. So officially, we're up to 73, I believe. That is the official record.
Okay, so as we're going to be looking at what are they going to recognize? And you're going to have a field of 20 contestants here. Obviously, all eyes, the big conversation on the return of Joey Jaws Chestnut here. But you've got 19 others as we're looking at the screen here. Miko Sadu, she ate 51 dogs, a female competitor. She's already won this morning the female competition. She has won 11 out of the last 12 years.
Wow.
That's hey. Would that be a turn on? Are you smash or pass? Swiping left or right there if you find out. I love hey, she's a looker.
She is.
You look at her, you're not going to expect that she's putting down that kind of growth.
Seriously, half these people, not just the dudes, but the women too.
Cold-blooded, you can get it on ESPN, brother. ESPN2 is carrying it, not Netflix.
Right. What made you think it was on Netflix, Cold-blooded? That's interesting.
Because they did that Unfinished Beef. That was on Netflix before. So the one I was just talking about. So yeah, everyone's focusing right now on the return of Joey Chestnut, but you've got all those other challengers here looking to capture that American dream. And, and it might be a long shot, but they could shock the world here. They could become a household name here today. They could pick up a big win. Speaking of, Patrick Bertoletti, last year's winner, and there was a little bit about maybe an asterisk because Chestnut was not there, but he put down 58. And that blew you away, Jimmy. You were like, oh my God, how the hell can we bat an eye at that? But when you think about that 58 in comparison to what Chestnut is capable of, there's a long way. There's a lot of dogs to make up.
Dude, can I ask you, because I'm just curious, as they're showing highlights from previous competitions and whatnot, I noticed it gets very watery, very wet during these.
Okay, so in here at Nathan's, they are allowed to dunk. See, that wasn't allowed in unfinished beats. So, and a little bit of the strategy here. So we'll talk about as they're interviewing Chestnut, something, getting his words, I'm sure, on the return. Excited to be here. I know he's been training, and that is about, let's start with the build, a traditional build. A lot of people think, oh, just, a big, old, heavy guy that can sit there and devour things.
Right.
You want a larger frame, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", maybe wide shoulders, but you don't want a tight midsection. You kind of want some play there because you're going to expand and detract your stomach area there for these different eating competitions. You want to your gullet, you want to move things down. So a few different strategies, and a lot of them involve water. You'll see the separation where some like to just take, and I believe Joey will use this today, where he's going to take the meat, take the dog out, get that wet, easy to get down the gullet. And then what you call is they'll scrunch the bun and soak that in water, really to keep it moist. There's a term in this. It's fast buns. You want to get that bun down. Fast buns is key, especially with the heat up there. If they've been sitting outside for a little bit, those buns are going to get hard, crisp a little bit. They're a little harder to chew, a little harder to swallow. Fast buns is key, okay? I'm sure you'll see some people keeping them together. You might see Kobayashi made famous the try dog in it, where he'll take the dogs out and do multiple at a time here. So,
wow.
Hey, the key is fast, easy down the gullet as much as you can. You got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get this done. Yes. You talk about the history of the contest itself. At least in the early 70s, this thing's been going on, but it is up for debate. The organizers have admitted they kind of fabricate. It's kind of like the IC championship tournament.
Really?
They actually said this was founded back in 1916, its origins of the contest, back when Nathan's actually opened their doors, a family of immigrants there. Nathan's famous, founded by, what the heck is his name? Got us right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Nathan Handworker, him and his wife. Immigrants that came here. He was working at Feltman's restaurant right down the road from where the current location is there on Coney Island. He was just kind of a schlup, working for $11 a week.
Wow.
And they had an extensive top of the line menu, 5-star restaurant, but he noticed that for quick, easy service, something that was a little less expensive, they had sausages that they were putting out, the dog at the time. And he saw a major market for that. So at the time, they invested everything they had. They'd saved up like $3,000. It was even less than, might have been $300.
That's still a lot of money for back then when you think about it.
Well, it's everything that they had. And they opened their first cart there in 1917, 1916, 1917. So the legend is that there were a group of immigrants that were trying to decide who was the most patriotic. And to determine that, they engaged in a hot dog eating contest.
Wow.
They have since said that there might have been some media and marketing manipulation in that story to kind of back it up. But again, this thing really goes front and center, Jimmy, when Major League Eating teams up with ESPN to broadcast this thing across the nation.
Not just across the nation, but across
around the world. You're right.
Yeah,
it's just international, and it's one of the main reasons I wanted to have you, so we could have that global reach, that international flavor. So hot dogs down under, man. What's the popular toppings?
Yeah, we keep it pretty simple, man, to be honest. Me personally, I love a dog with mustard and ketchup, but I love chili sauce too, man, on top of mine, but also like onions, cheese, and I think that's about it, man. You know what I mean? That's as far as I'll go. But I'm open to trying different sort of varieties. Yeah, people don't like really veering off too much, if you know what I mean.
Ah, man. See, I'm all about the variety. And here in the States, it's like the wrestling territories. We've got all the different areas. I'll put anything on there. And I think that's what is so brilliant, which is so great, captivating about the hot dog, similar to a pizza. I mean, anything can go on that bad boy.
Absolutely.
And we just saw a commercial, a little fun hot dogs that we saw a commercial there highlighting Disney's involvement and support of our troops in the U.S. military. Did you know, little fun fact for everybody out there, the first words ever uttered by Mickey Mouse were hot dog.
Really?
Yes. He had taken to, you know, the screen there in silent film, but the first words ever uttered by Mickey Mouse, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Elaborate with a comment.
What's that?
He's elaborate with a comment saying, "Hey, RBV and Jimmy T, the head wieners today."
Yes, the head wieners, baby. You know, we are large in charge. I'm going to try to pay a little more attention. I should have gave you control of the group over here, but I know we're on my page instead of the HMG page. But if you see something over there, Jimmy, let me know so we can get everybody up there. Again, guys, ladies, thank you for joining us. Give us a share there on your socials. Let us know where you're coming from and what's your dog of choice. What do you top them from there? We can see the women of note. Oh, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get a little breakdown. I kind of gave away the spoiler. I wish they were not gonna let us know here, but we can do like a little test run here with this. You've got there is the co-founder, one of the founders of the Major League Eating in the back there, our chairman, our MC. So you can see the styles here for the ladies. Very intense, very focused. And you've got the dog attendants there, Jimmy, that make sure that they've got plenty to eat there in front of them. You got the official counters. All right, so we've got 20 contestants here. They've got 10 minutes to put these things down. For the dog to count, they've got to get the sausage part and the bun completely down and keep it down.
So the buns also a part of this. If you don't eat the bun, it doesn't qualify, basically.
That's what makes it a hot dog.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's true. Absolutely.
Without the bun, it's just a silly wiener.
It's true.
A silly sausage.
You know, I'll give you a fun fact. You know what we call wieners over here? Our version?
Jimmy's.
Oh, I wish. Snags.
Snags. Wieners or snags, huh?
Snags, yeah.
I like it. All right, so we see here the lady to beat right there in the center, the defending champ. I won't repeat it again. We already kind of let that down, but pseudo up to look at this though. To break this down here. Comparison, you got Lewis there. We're about a minute and a half in this thing. She's only got 2. Pseudo in first at the 8:30 mark is going to be, let's get this thing down here, 9 or 10 dogs deep into this thing. Again, hey, for over there for the chat, if you're on your dating app, whatever, you're out and about, as Hamin would say, you're hanging out at the mall, and one of these lovely ladies come up and approach you, man. Are you down? Are you down with the competitive eating?
I mean,
as long as she's not practicing, like when you take her out on a date, you may.
Jeez. Well, I mean, they could practice if you get my drift, Rick.
Whoa, hey. Well, she's probably going to eat 50 of these things. I don't know. That's like some Bonnie Blue kind of territory there. Yeah, you and 52 3/4 of your friends come on over.
Oh, God. Oh, man, I didn't even find it that attractive, to be honest, bro.
Oh, this is attractive right here. And you can kind of see, look out there at Coney Island, Jimmy. You know, it's coming from professional wrestling. Everybody here in the group, professional wrestling, we love big spectacles. When you have that big stage like that big audience, that big time show. Again, this is up at Coney Island in New York. This place is packed. A few thousand people up here enjoying the holiday weekend, 4th of July, celebrating America. And they are in the house for this thing here. Again, we have got the ladies contest underway here. Suda a little slowing down there. She came out kicking really strong. She got up to that 9:10 before the 2-minute mark, but now we're about at 6.5 to go, and she is kind of stuck there. looking to get into that mid-teen, stuck on 13. Let's go. Second place here, trying to make a kick to catch up with the defending champ here, defending women's champ. I guess we're looking forward to the men here, a field of 20, maybe 19 dreamers going after that American dream, but everybody's got their eyes on the return, the icon, the GOAT, Joey Jaws Chestnut.
Can I ask, Rick, out of curiosity, I know there's people from overseas, obviously there's a Japanese contingent that does this, but is there any other countries that are representing, like say even anyone from Australia?
No, you very well could be. I didn't get to break down on actually who's qualified here. We'll kind of look at it to see what kind of international, but you will. I mean, you'll see them from around the globe representing in Europe. Hopefully we get some representation from down under for you. But yeah, for the longest time, you know, this competitive eating, and it's just not the dogs. I mean, you name it, there's, you know, it's out there. Another one that always fascinates me to watch people is like in the wing eating competitions.
Oh, that'd be good. That's something that would be really good. And I saw before there was a strawberry shortcake competition as well.
There is. I mean, you name it, there is like a division for it, a competition somewhere in the world that is supported, that is sanctioned by Major League Eating. You know, so it's just not that the hot dog is the king. It is the top dog, of course. It has brought so much notoriety, recognition to this sport here. These gladiators of gluttony, if you will, that step into this arena, this coliseum of battle. We're actually looking forward to the men's side of that. But yeah, Jimmy, you were saying the Asians, they were the assassins. They were at the top of the game there for a while. And you know, I was talking about that frame and that build that you want. You know, there's something, I guess, inside where they can, it's a lot easier with manipulation of the stomach, you know, where they can make a lot more room, but, you know, typically those smaller framed individuals.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like, what I don't understand, like, going into this, like, how would you, like, sort of prepare yourself? Like, surely, I mean, the women right now look like they're struggling, dude. I'm not going to lie. I mean, they look like,
you know, they're dealing with some heat up there. It is a little bit higher temperatures than usual here. Pseudo in first place. She is at 21, coming up with 4 minutes remaining here. You can see what are the stats here. She wants 8.5 pounds of kamichi in 6 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Lab rat in the hat, hedge rat in the hat, Sonic in the house, Saint Vicious. Professor, he's here, baby. How eating it without a plate of hot dogs. I'm gonna have his hot dogs tomorrow, man. So but thanks to everybody in the chat joining us here, having a lot of fun already. We're not even to the main event here. Jimmy, thank you for joining me, man. Taking in this new experience for you.
Anytime, man.
I mean, look at the crowd there. They're excited for this thing. I'm curious to see how many dogs they prepare for this thing.
That's what I want to know. Like, I'm just curious. Like, I don't understand how you actually prepare for this. Do you eat a whole bunch of dogs like before?
Oh no, I was thinking just how much like the cooks, how Nathan's is. Oh no, so what you do on this thing? There's a lot of exercises and things that you can do to train yourself out. So you will go through some like boom, 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 marathon, knock it out stuff, and then pull back a little bit. And I've heard Chestnut talk about this a number of times. So focus in on a big competition like this, maybe like a 6-week cycle of how he trains. But then he'll go down and almost fast for a couple days beforehand to make sure that he's got plenty of room in that expanded stomach of his to make sure he can fill it up. And again, it's about speed of getting it down that gullet. We talked about it. Getting hot dogs, those are kind of what they are. But even with the water, it helps you out there. You don't have to spend as much time chewing. You know, take those big bites, get them down. And those buns, especially in the heat, if they've been sitting out here, as you get deeper into the 10 minutes, some of those have been sitting in that sun. Those buns are going to crisp it up a little bit. So you got to have fast buns. Fast buns is the name of the game.
And actually, you brought up a good, an interesting question before. Also, like, I wonder how many hot dogs they would actually prepare for this. Like, it'd be in the thousands, surely.
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, they're making it all back here today. What with all the sponsors, all this, all the publicity, the notoriety coming with it. And hell, I'm sure they just hand out some hot dogs afterwards if something hasn't been eaten.
I mean, I'm
Look,
assuming.
look, you got all the press there. The grand spectacle that this become here for Major League Eating is something only in America, baby. Only in America.
That's true. I mean, if that saying didn't ring any truer than this, this is it.
Under
Only
a minute and a half to go. Pseudo in at 27 right now, commanding lead. Up by 8, up by 9 now on Let's Go. Yeah, 9 on Let's Go, second place in at 19. I'll tell you, there is a race here for second place, though. Let's go at 19. D at 18. We keep our eye on, well, she's keeping that pace here. D's going to have to make a major kick to claim that second one. But really at the top of the pseudo, it's really a matter of how many she can get down. Where is she going to finish? We are on the countdown under 60 seconds here for the ladies. Kicking things off here. The evolution of women's competitive feeding here unfolding before our eyes.
Rick, can I ask you, do they get a big payday for winning this?
Yeah. Damn it, I forgot to look that stat up. But I think a couple grand in there. If you want to check it out here, what the purse is for this. I've looked it up each and every year. It's just one of those things, and I'm trying to collect all the different new information here and look at the different eaters, the gluttonous gladiators, if you will, trying to get their bios. And, it's going to come with it too, the sponsorship money, the things like that, having an opportunity here. But yeah, these, again, I mean, they are professionals in this. It's just not about the hot dogs. They compete in a number of classes, a number of variety of flavors. But the Hot Dogs is Lab Rat is saying hot dogs for life, the American culinary icon that we have made famous. There we go. Results there for the ladies. It's her 11th career win. 11 out of 12 years that she has won this thing. Falls short of the women's record, but enough to get it done. Another big championship there. Taking home that championship title.
Well, I'm proud to say that she's going to be 10 grand richer after winning this tournament.
10 grand richer. I love it. You know what? We're missing a great opportunity. Both of these winners should be featured next weekend, especially right here with our women's champion. She's excited. 11 out of 12 years, 11th championship. Wow, she should be on the Evolution pay-per-view next week. In a guest spot, guest timekeeper, something like that, or what we should do is like a picture-in-picture to see how many hot dogs that she can eat during the women's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match.
Wow, imagine that. Don't be surprised. Who knows? I mean, WWE, I don't think I've ever incorporated them on their shows. I know WWE have made it, like they've sent their wrestlers and made appearances over there, but they've never brought anyone like any of like Joey Chestnut or anything like that over on WWE shows, right?
I think maybe Chestnut's on a spot with WWE. Professor's over there with us. He might know something like that. Professor's saying Major League Eating Contest offers prize money with Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest, boasting a $40,000 purse. Now that might be across the board from some different things, Jimmy, from what you were reading. So that might be for 50,000. Like 50,000.
Yeah, that's what it said for me.
Well, there we go. Nice little payday. But again, it's just not like you show up and you chow down. This is weeks and weeks of training for this thing.
That is
and conditioning your body, putting together your strategies, making sure that you're sticking with that here. We're heading to a commercial break here. Some great sponsors supporting this amazing event that comes to you live every 4th of July, high noon from Coney Island. Truly has become an American tradition. Much like the Super Bowl, the World Series, WrestleMania. This is what it's about for Major League Eating, the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. The ladies, we've seen what they put up there. An amazing competition. Congratulations. But now it's time to turn our focus to the men's competition. 33. That's not the bad eye out for 33 hot dogs. Second place was what they're in the low 20s there. But this is going to be big time, Jimmy. So we're looking at what for Major League Eating. They are recognizing 83. Correct? Is that what you said?
For the unofficial number is 83.
That's the unofficial. Okay, it's 83. So
the official is 73.
All right, so 76, wasn't it?
Oh, 76. Sorry, right.
Okay, so it'll be interesting here once they get back. Keep our ears open to see which one they are going to recognize. But to get to either of those, it is going to be an incredible accomplishment. And it's really the story. All eyes. He is going after that grand prize. He wants to reclaim his mustard yellow championship. He is the icon, the GOAT, Joey Jaws Chestnut, about to get back to the stage. I guess we can't dismiss the other competitors here. They have been training as equally as hard. They're looking for that opportunity to shock the world, Jimmy.
Well, you know what else would worry me, especially as you get older? Like, for example, Joey Chestnut's been around for many, many years. Should these guys and girls, I guess, for that matter, be worried about cholesterol and shit like that?
Yeah, well, what you do, I mean, while you're in training for these things, this is not like they're eating like this all the time like that. There's training regimen. So you pull back, it's like your off season. So I'm sure there's plenty of salads, healthy eats, and all those things involved in between these competitions. It's not like every day is we're going to Golden Corral and just destroying that place.
They probably hate hot dogs by the end of this. They probably don't even touch it except for this time of the year, man.
Well, we were talking about that. The average American, eats 70 hot dogs. It seems really insane to me. That's coming from the Hot Dog and Sausage Council. So it's official numbers, I guess, here, brother.
Wow.
Just today in America, Independence Day, 4th of July, America's birthday, great patriots are expected to enjoy 150 million hot dogs. That's enough to stretch coast to coast like 5 times.
God. Dude, I feel bad for the bathrooms like afterwards. Oh my God. Jesus.
I've never had issues after eating hot dogs. I mean, I know it's a processed food they usually get through you, but
imagine like eating like up to 83 hot dogs in one sitting, dude.
Chestnut sitting down here, getting that in depth, what it means for him to be back. That controversy last year, he wasn't able to participate. It was like a last minute, it kind of shocked everybody. But again, you had to go out there and compete. We had to crown a new champion last year, and I'm sure he's been thinking about that, and especially when they announced that Chestnut was going to be back. Bertoletti. He put 58 of them down last year. He's going to have to seriously step it up. And you got to believe he's been thinking about that all year, knowing a possibility about Chestnut coming back. And he just doesn't want to be laughed at for this thing. He's got something big to prove. When you go back, 2023, Chestnut. 2022, Chestnut. 2021, Chestnut. 2020, Chestnut. 2019, Chestnut. 18, Chestnut. 17, Chestnut. 16, Chestnut. So you got to go back to, 2015, Matt Stoney put down 62 to claim that year. Then before that, in 14, Chestnut. 13, Chestnut. Wow. 12, Chestnut. 11, Chestnut. Chestnut. Going all the way back here. 08, Chestnut. 07, Chestnut. And that's where he came in and claimed his prize. So all the way back to 2007, Chestnut has claimed every one of these but 2.
And who beat him to was Kobayashi, huh?
And that was in 2006 was when Kobayashi last competed and won. And that year was 53 and 3/4 was that number. So you look at some of these numbers with Chestnut over the years: 66, 59, 68, 54. And you see kind of as he climbed and got in those grooves, 62, 68, 69, 61, 62. And then he hit it in like 2016. He broke through that barrier. 70, 72, 74, 71, 75, 76.
Wow.
And I guess that's what we're looking at, which is going to be the recognized number here for this event. I'm going to say, all right, Jimmy, let's go ahead. Chat, what do you think? Give us like the belt count for the live watch alongs here. I'm saying he goes over that 76. I goes over 80. Chat, what do you guys think? Give us a number, man. We'll see who hits it. I'm going to say, man, he looks determined. He looks good. He looks in the zone.
He actually does.
I'm going to go with 87.
87? You think he's gonna break a record today? Like
I think he's.
record?
All right, we'll say that. I think he at least breaks this record. Lab Rat saying 82. I'm going to go with high 87. Man, I was tempted to go into those 90s, but man, that's next level. That it is ungodly.
That's gnarly, bro. If that was to get to in the 90s, how old is he at this point? He looks like he's in his late 40s. Say.
Yeah, look at the crowd here, man. People, they have loved it. Thousands have filled Coney Island. They are up on the rooftops in anticipation of this. Lab Rat's at 82. GA Couponer, you got to get us some deals on some hot dogs. George Shea, Major League Eating co-founder, been handling the MC duty since 91 when they got the TV deal with ESPN, which helped them taking everything to that next level. All right, Jimmy T. Are you ready? I gotta get me one of them hot dog heads, Nathan's foam hot dog heads.
I know, me too, man.
All right, man. Look at this guy. We can check out. They got the big entrances here.
You know, Joey Chestnut's only 41, Rick.
I knew he was early to mid 40s. All right, Jerome Burns. 5'6", 33-year-old. Got two masters. He's gonna see if he can take some people to school here. All right, I like this kid, man. He looks determined, nice athletic build. The 21-year-old Valparaiso, Indiana. Might be one of the bigger contestants here, man. 6'4".
Big kid.
Also, so when you get into this, so any past winner is eligible to compete here. And then they also have regional qualifiers around the country that allows you to get an opportunity to come here for the main event. Little dog goblin coming up. Lab Rat saying, hey, the main event of the Gizzly 2025 throat down.
I noticed there's a Canadian who's a poutine champion.
Well, that's what we did. We got our first international. We got a Canadian.
And we got Czech Republic in the house.
I told you, man. We got some representation. That's international. That's why you're here, baby, to give us that around the globe perspective, that flavor.
What did Czech Republic know about hot dogs, but man?
The steel rod. That's what they know about it. Competed in over 350 food challenges. What a resume. He knows what he's doing here.
The resume. Adrian Morgan, 42. He looks like
Mr.
22.
Morgan coming up. They have a range of ages here, where they're from, body types. So it's going to be kind of cool and important. What's 18.5 peanut butter and banana sandwiches in 10 minutes? That's a lot to swallow.
That's a lot, man.
You got to sit there and munch on those things.
Dude, man.
From Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Now we've got Gideon Oji from Morrow, Georgia, I assume.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got it. 6'9", man.
Wow. 6'9", dude.
Be looking to slam dunk some of these doggies. Tallest competitor in Major League Eating history. Can he make history today, capturing that mustard yellow championship belt? I wonder which Which pro wrestlers would you like to see throw down in this thing?
You think Big Show could do a number on this, wouldn't you think?
Potentially, yeah. I like that one. I'm going to think about that. You're sticking with them Asians, huh?
No, I'm talking about Big Show, as in Paul White.
Oh, Big Show.
Yeah.
I thought you said Bushi.
Oh, no, what would I say? No. But actually,
I bet you somebody like Big Show might be kind of misleading. You might have the big frame, but
big.
Right, he might feel. Well, that's oddly enough, we did have one of the years, the Fridge, Perry from the Bears from football.
Yeah,
the Fridge competed. He actually won.
I think I heard that before too.
He actually won a qualifier by eating like 12 dogs, but when he got to the actual contest, he only ate 4 and he stopped after 5 minutes.
Really?
He tapped out. Yeah.
You know who would be good? Yokozuna.
What's his first name? Perry. The Fridge.
The refrigerator. Yeah, Perry. I know this man. 1 second.
Damn, it's on tip of my tongue. It said Yokozuna could throw down.
I mean, you heard about the food that he was eating, dude?
William Perry, the Fridge. Otis would be pretty damn good in this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Speaking of pro wrestler, dude, this guy looks like one of the Wyatt members.
6'6" from Pocono Pines, Pennsylvania.
But, hey, he could be a wrestler. 6'6". Look at that mug on him, man. He looks like he is. What's he got there? Little gimmick that he's bringing up to the stage with him.
Yeah,
look at the Chiga. He's bringing the intensity. What, the red cloth of death? All right, dude. We got to keep our eye on the Chigger. Ranked 15th, is that what they said there in the world?
Yeah. The Chigs. Who's this guy?
You go from the monstrous 6'6" Chigga, the red death, to this dude. All right. We got that variety. We got those different styles. They are bringing it here.
He's the #1 eating British dude from Brixton in the UK.
3 years in a row representing the Brits. How big would that be? On the birthday, the birth of the nation, the USA, if the British could claim the mustard yellow championship belt. You talk about a heel move right there, brother, to take that back for the crown. That right, so just that Joe Henry. Hey, Joe Henry would be great for this one. I just want him out there each time he eats a dog, give me that wink, that look. But that's another one to keep our eyes on. Doing this for the crown, for the Royal Empire, for Britain. If they can capture the hot dog eating contest and that belt to take it back home, man, that would be devastating.
This guy #3, and he's only 5'7" and age 50.
MLE's #3 ranked eater. The old dog, man, out there still getting it done.
Wow, he looks quietly confident, if you know what I mean.
Well, it comes with age. It comes with that experience, that wisdom. You got to keep that calm before the storm because it's about to go down. It's like a hurricane, an earthquake, and a volcano about to explode. All right, we got the red fin coming here.
Who's this guy?
50 hard-boiled eggs in 3 minutes. Now, you guys are talking about watch out. Don't go around that guy.
Oh, my God. 50 hard-boiled eggs?
It's 304. #6 in the world. Oh, man, that just yeah, think of the smell.
We got Australia in the house.
Well, all right, the Aussie. Oi.
Good old James Webb from Sydney, Australia.
Ranked number 4, number 1 in Australia, number 4 in the
ranked
world, and
four
number
in the
1
world?
in Jimmy's heart, representing down under the Dingo
I'm surprised.
Warrior, James Webb.
I won't lie, he doesn't look like a James Webb, but you know, who am I to judge?
All right, represent. Yeah, you asked for it, Jimmy. You got your representation. We're going to keep our eyes there on Mr. James Webb.
Well, you know what? It would be even better if we get a Melburnian, someone from my neck of the woods from Melbourne. Then I'll really be behind it. But right now, I'm definitely rooting for Sydney.
All right, Sydney. Hey, it's all Australian. There we go. He is the defending champion right there, making his way onto the stage. Defending champion, but major underdog like everybody else out there is waiting for him. But right here, man, he's the number 2 eater. Chicago, Ohio.
And
holy crap, look at that. 275 jalapenos in 8 minutes.
I was just about to say that. That's nuts. There's no way you'd see me doing that. There's no way. I couldn't do that. I couldn't even do half that.
Even if I tried that, I would stick a popsicle up my butt just so I could try to control that heat factor.
Can you imagine when you, relieve yourself?
No,
my God,
no.
Your sphincter will be absolutely burning, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to be burning. This stage is going to be burning up here in a moment because it is the arrival.
Oh.
He is back
legend.
in town, baby. The Empire State showing major love. 1 year's absence. Westfield, Indiana, right up the road from where I'm sitting here in the real Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. He holds 55 World Eating Championships. I've got a couple of those. We'll look at them here real quick as he gets going here. Check this out here, Jimmy, man. We talked about 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes, 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes, 126 tacos in 8 minutes, 121 Twinkies in 6 minutes.
Wow.
And 103 Crystal Burgers. Those are the small slider ones, like a White Castle burger. In 8 minutes.
Man.
This is the icon, the GOAT, Joey Jaws Chestnut, and he has returned to Coney Island on a quest to reclaim his championship, his grand prize. That is our field here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a number, and we're going to keep our eye on. Obviously, that camera is going to be focused in on Chestnut to see what he is going to bring to it. Is he going to break that record? How many is he going to put down? Can anyone stay in the ballpark with him? That's going to be. We're going to keep our eye on last year's champ. Certainly feeling disrespected here. Going to have to make a run at it. We got our eyes on the Australian.
Number 4 in the world, bro. Number 4. Was it 3?
Number 4. Yeah, number 4 in the world, but number 1 in Jimmy T's heart.
Right, yeah. Joey Webb. Look out for that. Remember the name.
What we got, Big Red. The guy that looks like a professional wrestler, the 6'6" monster. Of course, we want to keep our eye on that big old 6'9". The tallest competitive eater that's going to take this stage in history. Wow. In all, we have got 20 glorious gladiators of gluttony. They have entered the arena, the Coliseum. We are moments away from the throwdown, the showdown of the ages. This is what it's about. 4th of July, Independence Day. Happy birthday, USA. And no bigger way to celebrate. Thank you for joining us here right now on HMG. Jimmy T and myself, we're going to get settled in, man. Jimmy, you said you felt the excitement. you felt the energy. You wanted the intensity. We are moments away here, man. Moments away. Are you excited? Come on.
I am, because at least I got someone to cheer for now. You know what I mean? So I am kind of excited.
See, now
you've
got that homeland pride. You've got one of yours up there that came all the way across the globe representing at Coney Island.
Wow, number 4 in the world. I've never heard of the guy. That's funny. So I don't know,
Look
man.
Look at that sea, Jimmy. Look at the sea. Thousands of people on hand there at Coney Island, one of the greatest attraction areas in all of the United States. They've all assembled here. Just throw this down. Commentary team, our field reporter there, they're giving their picks. Yeah, that's another thing here too, man. You can bet on this. You can go on over to DraftKings.
No way, bro.
Bookies, anything. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Chestnut would be the favorite.
Ben had looked it up. Oh, yeah. Ben looked it up. Like everyone else on that stage, you can even get the long shots for like on a penny for $1 to win if they can pull this thing off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anyone actually getting anywhere near Chestnut, man. I just don't see it, man.
Okay, so again, we're talking about strategy. You see the cups of water, the plates of the dogs. It'd be interesting. I believe Chestnut's going to go with the separation route where he's going to put the dog down. He's going to do the dunk, put the dog down. He might even do a few of those dogs, keeping those buns there, but they use that water again to keep them soft. It's about getting down the gullet as fast as possible. Especially in this heat, those buns been out there. You don't want them getting hardened. You want to be able to get them down fast. Buns is the key for success here. All right, we are underway. We got those beautiful ladies in the background. Keep our eyes on those counters there. All competitors diving into this thing. Yes, Chestnut, he's double dogging here, Joey. If you can see this, he's double dogging and then switching over to getting a couple of those buns down as soon as they soak up some of that water. Yeah, I like the energy there at the far end. The young kid, the 21-year-old, 6'4", big frame, one of the bigger built guys here. You see over there, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Big Red. Keep our eye on him here. You see your Australian, point him out to us here because this camera.
He's right next to Joey Chestnut.
Okay, so he's right there in that center. So we're gonna be able to keep our eye on him. There's the 6'6" monster. OG tail eating champion. That sounds disgusting.
Tail eating champion. Yeah, if you look to the left of Chestnut, it's actually that's where my boy is.
Okay. Well, you got Webb. Webb at 2. He's at 8.
That's the Aussie guy.
Yeah. So you've got a competition between him and Bertoletti, the defending champ. They're in that 2 spot, and they're not getting blown out. They've been falling that far behind. A little bit of a hold up here for Chestnut. He's kind of stuck on that 12, 13, 14. See, he's going to have those big jumps because he's double and triple dog in here, and he's got that method where he's getting that dog down, then the bun. So then we're going to see him major jumps in his numbers. Yeah. It looks like when he starting to pull away there, he's at 15, 16, but Bertoletti, 14. He's kicking. He's trying to hold in there. Webb at 13, your boy.
Number
top
2
5
right
is a tight race here.
Chestnut's a pro, dude. He's too good.
We're at almost 20 for Chestnut here. 20 for Chestnut. 8 minutes still to go in this thing. We've got our eyes on that 80s there. For a finish, we're going to see what he's got.
Damn, Chestnut, man. Can I ask you a quick question? See the counters, the women with the counting of the hot dogs, how what the score is. Who's looking? Wouldn't it be safer to use like some sort of electronic device?
They do. This is more for the show there, just that visual. Okay. There is a judge actually letting them know, hey, pretty face, flip that thing over. But yeah.
All right. That's what I wanted to know. I wasn't sure about that. That's why.
You love that human element here, but yeah, they've got judges everywhere. If we need some kind of photo finish review, they'll most certainly have that here. But you check out the different strategies and styles. You get some of these individuals that are just going all dogs in. But it seems like everybody using that soaking method. We get the different strategies. This gentleman here we got focused in on. He's doing the all dog thing here.
Dude, Chestnut's on a different level, man. He's just on a completely different level. I don't see anyone getting close to him.
You get the entire field there. You look at that there. Chestnut already up there to 32. Wow. At this point here. Hey, last year's champ there, Bertoletti, 22. Your boy Webb, not that I've had an eye at here. Amazing runs right now. But yes, all eyes on Chestnut. What's he going to be able to do here with 6.5 to go? Not even to that halfway mark yet, Jimmy. And that's where I would be interested to really get it. Is my look at that strategy. Does he know? Does he break it down like, come out strong that first third, chill a little bit, then kick at the end, see where he's at? There's multiple competitions, going on here. It's competitor versus the food. But then for Chestnut, he's not just taking on everybody else up there. He's taking on the food, but it's about that big number. How high can he go, man?
That's what it is for him, dude. He's competing with himself right now. Forget everybody else because no one else is on his level at all. But the way he's going right now and looking at the time, he's on his way to hitting the 80s 100%.
But hey, that's the other thing, though. Can you sustain that? Do you want to? But having missed that year, and as successful as that Unfinished Beef was on Netflix, but to be back on this stage, global television here for this event, this moment to make that statement. Not only am I back, but there's a new record that has been set. Right, talk about Senator with your wiener in your hand. Hey, this is the only time you want to be caught doing that. Or being caught with 83 wieners in your hand.
It's perfectly normal on a day like this.
Yes.
Oh, there's my boy.
I like it, man. I like that blonde back there. She's enjoying it. She's getting down. There's your boy, the Australian. 350 donut holes. Record holder also for glazed donuts. 70 of them, man.
Must be Krispy Kreme glaze.
He's gonna. Hey, but we will keep an eye on here on Webb. Now back into second. I'm rooting for you here, man. If the Aussie can get that 2 spot, what a major victory for your country. I'm sure you guys will have a ticker tape parade. The hot dogs will rain in the streets of Sydney.
Dude, I'm confused. Did you see what he was doing with those wieners in his mouth, the Aussie guy?
Okay, I got the shot on him now. So see, he's going all in on this thing. He knows he doesn't really have the time right now to take, to separate. So he's trying to just put everything in, it looks like.
He was literally like shaking him up in his mouth.
No, he is. He's try-dogging right now. All right, so what he's doing, he's squishing in one hand. He's got the squeegee going in the one hand, and he's try-dogging with the other. He is neck and neck here. Look at this, dogs per minute. Look at that, 8.3 for Chestnut. Dogs per minute. Wow. Hey, we got stats for everything, don't we? Dogs per minute. What's your DPM?
Your DPM. That just sounds bad, dude. But I'm not gonna lie. But that is brilliant, though. Yeah. Almost a 20 dog lead.
Well, when you get pulled over, they check your BAC, your blood alcohol content. Excuse me, sir, have you been eating hot dogs? What's your DPM? All right, almost to that 3-minute mark. Chestnut sitting at. Man, they're giving me some messages here. All right, we are good. I thought it was going to shut down on me. My StreamYard started messing up. Started sending me some messages here, but no, it's got to survive. It's got to live. I made sure we have plenty of space to get through this thing here. Chestnut at almost that 2.5-minute mark, just shy of 60. He's going to have to up that dogs per minute here if he's going to get into the 80s. But he has slowed down. You think does he want that here? You got to believe that he does want a record, not just reestablish himself and reclaim that championship belt. I think he's going to need a major kick here just to get into the 70s, but well underway to claiming yet another championship. That crowd trying to rally behind him here, lift him up. We're keeping an eye. Your boy Webb falling back here.
Number 3.
Bertoletti. Webb. Look, that double and try dogging. It's helping him out. He'll drop down. You see him kick back here, but he's got to make. I don't know, man. It might be impossible. I mean, he might have to 4-dog this thing to get into second place here.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. 64. We'll see a strong finish here from Chestnut if he can get into the 70s. Webb at number 2. We're keeping our eye on the Aussie.
Come on, Aussie. Come on. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah. Can the Sausage King from Sydney claim second place here? Move up to that number 2 ranking in the world. Almost a minute left here. The competition. Chestnut sitting at 64. A battle for second place. Bertoletti, Webb, 42-40. Whereas Esper at 38 to round out our top 5. Under 1 minute to go here, Jimmy. We have got to get a major kick if he's going to get to that 70. 66 right now for Chestnut.
It's a battle,
let's see here. I think he's going to be damn close to that 70 mark. I wouldn't be surprised if he lands on that 69, but still an amazing outing, an amazing return to the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest live from Coney Island. You're here with us on the HMG YouTube. This one, it's about 30 seconds ago here, Jimmy. It's the final countdown.
Come on, Webb.
Everybody throwing it down here. It's a dog eats dog world.
That's a great one. It's a dog eat.
Oh, we got 10 seconds left for second place here.
Come on, Webb. Come on.
Bertoletti, 45. Your boy Webb at 44. 3, 2,
Webb.
1.
Man.
Chestnut hits the 70, hits the 7-0 officially there at 70 to take first place. The mustard yellow championship title. Australia falls to third.
Man. He had number 2. He had second place.
Hopefully not literally.
Well, yeah, not literally, but you know what I mean. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's 45, 46, 71. When did Chestnut actually?
I guess, yeah, they're going to give him it's his 17th career title. Unofficial results right now. We're going to get those verified. The crowning of the champion here. Whew. All right, but hey, that's an intense 10 minutes, my friend. I actually hosted one of these last year at a local establishment, and it was one of the best live events that I'd hosted. I had so much fun with this thing. It was down at Covington Yard. And it was cool. We brought in kind of feel a little bit bad. We stacked the field. I brought in some professional wrestlers. So one of our heavyweights, Big Rex, he won the thing, and it was a 10-minute. And as you're sitting there in real time, you realize how long that is, and you're watching these gladiators like gluttony sitting there chowing down like that. He won with like 17.
17.
And it's so big. Oh, he might have been in the 20s. I think he might have been in the 20s, but it wasn't 27. I know that. But he took home the first place prize there. He is a big boy, like 6'6", super heavyweight size.
Wow.
And
only 17, which is crazy because, see, looking at the numbers here, what these guys do, we're putting them, like we're using them as the standard sort of, if you know what I mean.
Well, you can't use these guys as your measuring stick for anything. Even the regular dudes that we know, you can't even compare them to what we saw the ladies do there. And look at that difference. I mean, you're talking about 100. A 40 dog difference from the first place for the ladies to what Chestnut just put down.
What the hell am I seeing, dude? I want to ask you a question because he's weird. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, but why is there a bunch of kids with dummies in their mouths playing sort of a style of football that I've never seen?
Okay, that would be your ESPN on whatever you're watching down there. I have a Mint Mobile commercial, and then now I have a talking hot dog commercial.
It says NFL flag championships. What is that? They all got freaking dummies in their mouths.
No. They have their mouthpieces in, so make sure they don't get their teeth knocked around the kitchen elbow. But it's flag football. Instead of tackle, you just remove the flag. So it teaches the kids more of the fundamentals, the skills of the game before they go out there and get into the violence. Hey, shout out from my cousin Tania. And she might still be out in Arizona at the Grand Canyon for her husband's birthday. They're celebrating out there, or they could be back home. They live up in the New Jersey area. They don't live too far away from where this just went down here. All right, we got the official announcement.
Joey's still eating, man.
Yeah. Hold on.
And in third place today.
All right, third place.
Go on, Aussie.
The great nation of Australia representing here.
That's all. Anya Webby, James Webb.
The Sydney sausage slinger, James Webb, getting third place. A great accomplishment there. All right, so if you're Bertoletti here, are you happy? Is this a win for you? Are you disappointed? I mean, you won the crown last year, but you knew
it was a fraud.
Oh, okay.
Well, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Without Chestnut, of course, he was going to win. But when the legend, the living legend himself,
he's got that asterisk next to his win. I mean, he still has that championship title from last year.
If Joey's not part of the damn tournament, that is no championship winning effort, in my opinion.
All right, well, it's got to feel good here for Chestnut, man. They get back in the competition, this level, this stage. Joey Chestnut, 17 career titles.
The man, the myth.
The legend has returned, the icon, the GOAT.
Does he get to take all them home?
Look, he looks tired.
He does.
He looks like he is. Look at that. There you go, Jimmy. Look at that beautiful tray of dogs there.
Man, I hope he's all right, man. I'm not going to lie. I hope he's all right.
He's got them meat sweats.
God. Dude, I don't know. If I was him, man, I'd be throwing up everywhere. I'm telling you, like.
You can't. You got to, until he gets off that stage, you got to keep it there, or it's disqualification, I think, man. I
really?
Guess
so if he pukes up right now, he could potentially actually throw away his championship.
I think maybe they've already awarded it. It's official, but maybe you got to leave the stage there. I'm not sure, but in any case, I do not want to see that.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Nathan's world famous since 1916, 2025. What a business, what a brand they have built. The entire world tuning in. Look at the thousands that have descended upon Coney Island there just for this spectacular event. These gladiators of gluttony stepped into the Coliseum that is Coney Island. We had 19 that were hoping to dethrone, take down the icon, the GOAT. But Joey Jaws Chestnut prevails in the end. 7th career contest with 70-plus dogs, Jimmy.
I wonder what's the count of career dogs that he's eaten. What do you think that number could be?
Well, let's see. We kind of knew he's got 17 championships. I mean, they were all 60-plus. And in the years, you got to throw in the ones where he didn't win. That is amazing. That would be a hell of a number. We'll come back with that on the Smack Attack, where we'll do a little follow up with some of these things.
Yeah,
keep up with things that what are going. Before we set it off, as you see them filing out, they get on with the other festivities, enjoying their holiday there at Coney Island. Jimmy, why don't you plug that there too? Because we've got a special plan for our Smack Attack recording.
As a matter of fact, we do. We are going live right after WWE SmackDown later on tonight, which means, and we're back to 2 hours, right, with SmackDown, correct?
I am praying. I'm not holding my breath until we get there.
I know, me too, because I call BS usually with them. But according to WWE, we are only going 2 hours with SmackDown tonight. And if that's the case, we'll be live at 10 p.m.
Sonic saying that Joey Chestnut is the throat goat.
I don't want to. I was going to say something stupid, but I'm not going to go there. But like I was saying, 10 p.m. Eastern, we should be going live right up. Well,
let's give it 10, 12:15. We'll let the live watch along wrap up. Let ourselves get settled in, collect our thoughts after the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, realistically, there's no way we're going to be on a 10. But because it's only 2 hours, here I am getting excited. So, yeah, anywhere between 10:15 and 10:30, we should be on for your Smack Attack live tonight, right after SmackDown. goes off the air. So look out for that. And yeah, that's the latest going on for tonight. But also, obviously, thank God there's no pay-per-view PLEs this week. Actually, Rick, for a minute I was confused. I'm thinking, is the PLEs this week or next week? But next week we've got a real busy weekend.
Next week we have got enough PLEs wrestling events for a lifetime. I was looking at this thing, even for AEW, they've got something going on starting with Dynamite. You've got Dynamite Collision. You've got Ring of Honor has a big event. You have got All Elite Wrestling's biggest domestic show in their history with the stadium show in Texas, All In. That's coming on Saturday on the WWE side. Of course, we're going to have SmackDown. We're going to have NXT, Great American Bash. You've got the Saturday night's main event. And, of course, the women's pay-per-view Evolution on Sunday night. A lot of wrestling coming at you next weekend.
A lot of wrestling. You know what? I just want to shout out to T and Cooper in the chat because I was thinking this myself. I was actually going to ask you this, actually, Rick. But he asked, do you think Tops now will make a card of Joey Chestnut? I would put my money on that they will, man. And it'll be worth a lot of money, too.
I would say just don't stop there. Maybe have some select like gold versions of him. But all of these gladiators of gluttony deserve to be enshrined like that, deserve a spotlight, especially your boy Webb. Number 3 in the world, number 1 in Jimmy's hearts, representing the great country of Australia. Across the board, the ladies as well, their champion, everybody that competed there today, and of course the great voice, the co-founder of Major League Eating. Let's do it, man. We need across the board. How about video games, trading cards, video games, merchandise? That's what it's about.
Imagine that. Imagine there was a video game done by EA Sports, no less, or 2K Sports, based off the hot dog eating competitions.
I mean, we got the virtual things, like you could actually eat things or something, and it can pick them up. Yes,
that would be hilarious, dude.
We are down for it, but Jimmy, I hope you had a great time. Thanks to everybody for joining us. One of my highlights of the year.
I didn't think I was going to be into it, but I am. I was. It was weird, but I loved it.
That was good. But as again, Jimmy said, we will be back this evening. Live with the Smack Attack going, trying something a little different. We know we're up against the holiday, but hey, after you enjoy the fireworks, after the grill outs, all that, if you're watching here in the States, be sure to check. If you see one fireworks show, you've seen them all anyway. So you want to spend your evening with us. But Jimmy, anything before we get out of here?
I just also wanted to say, Labrate, you make me laugh. Tops would take a piece of hot dog and place it on a card. That I wouldn't put it past him. And I do love wieners, just not the wieners that you're thinking of, Labrat.
How about scratch and sniff, or even like lick and taste?
Sniff and stiff?
Hot, yeah. Scratch and sniffies, whatever it might be. But yes, we are all over our marketing minds here from HMG. We will step in and help out Nathan's, Tops, EA, whatever the case might be, to bring Major League Eating to the next level. We'd like to say thank you to everybody, man. This has been one hell of a ride here. The live watch along with the Nathan's hot dog. I am RBV. We will see you later this evening with the Smack Attack. But for right now, we are out.
Peace.